Poor old Jordan. Here we go. Hey guys, it's Maymay and my trusty sidekick.
Vinny is in the house.
Well, then that's all we needed. Vinny's here.
That's it.
That's it.
Is there any need for anything else?
What else did we need besides the Vinmeister?
The Vinny's here.
That's actually good because when y'all fuss, you're going to fuss at Vinny.
And I'm going to tell you up front, I ain't listening to it.
Here's the deal. I have been putting off showing you how this stamp set works because we cannot keep them in stock. Like, we're on you've reordered. Is this our fourth reorder?
I think it's the third.
Third reorder. Okay. So every time they come in, you guys grab them up. But I can't keep waiting because those of you who are getting them need to know how to use it or what we had in mind. So this is Wheelie Full Wagon. And if you don't know, Wheelie Full Wagon comes from, we had a cooler one time that had wheels on it. And do we still have this cooler? I don't remember.
I don't know.
But it had wheels on it. And it was called a Wheelie Cool Wagon. And
no. It was a Wheelie Cool Cooler.
It was a Wheelie Cool Cooler. And that's what we would call it. We would go, get the Wheelie Cool Cooler. Let's take the Wheelie Cool Cooler. And so whenever we were naming this, I said, we should name it Wheelie Full Wagon because it's a wagon and it can be full of stuff. So I have had so many of you ask me to show you how to use the handle, what we had in mind for the handle, what we had in mind for the buffalo check, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you what we had in mind. Because a couple reasons. Number one, I do not have a craft prepared because I spent 2 days with my granddaughter. So there was no craft prepared. So I thought this is the perfect time for me to do this for you guys. So here's the deal. There's a lot of stuff on this set and there's lots of ways to use it. Okay. So let me show you this real quick. This is the wagon itself, which I think is adorable. This little guy.
That's so cute.
So cute. I also wanted to talk about, let's see, we'll go from this way. I also want to talk about this. I know that in our brain, you think we should never go out of stock of stamp sets. I know we think that, but we can't just order, 10,000 of them. Like, it doesn't work like that. So that's why sometimes we run out. And when something's popular, they go fast, like really fast. And this one has been popular, but the good news is we can reorder them and you just have to wait a few days to get it in. All right. I'm a little obsessed with buffalo check. So I'm buffalo checking everything. So that's what this section is. This is so you can buffalo check the inside of your wagon. So if you want a wagon that's buffalo checked, here's what you do. You take your little layered piece, okay? And I'm going to turn this where I can see it. I don't know that I'm going to do a very good job because I'm going to try not, I'm sitting here and I'm going to stamp here. So I'm going to try to do this where I do a decent job. But if you can get over the top of it, you'll do a better job than me. So I'm going to stamp this down like this. That's from the side. Let's see what we got. Hey, that ain't bad. Let me bring it up here where you can see it. Not too shabby. And I will tell you this. What we try to do, I got ink on there already. What we try to do when we do these like layered images or these filled images is we try to give you kind of a chunky line on the stamp itself. Let me show you what I mean. I like to kind of tell you our thought process. This one had a lot of thought process in it. We like to give you a bit of a chunkier line. Let me get up something to point with. Right here around the edge. So if you don't get a perfect stamp, like if you don't get it exactly lined up, really it'll hide a little bit for you. Especially the top up there because we made that one pretty chunky. The one thing you need to know is there is a top and a bottom of this little guy. Okay. So let me stamp it without putting it inside. So you see how this side is a little angled and this side has a slight angle? That's the way you need to pay attention to it. It has to go in there that way. I don't think it'd make that big of a difference if it didn't, but that's the way it's supposed to go in there.
Well, why don't you stamp it the wrong way and see what happens?
See what happens? Let's just try.
Leave it up to Vinny.
Love to make me do stuff I ain't supposed to.
Leave it up to Vinny.
Loves it. All right.
What's up, G? Good to see you here today, buddy.
Actually, it works. I mean, it's not the worst. If you do it upside down, you would know, no one else would know. And really, it only gives me away right there. Just right there. Now, the other thing I want you to think about this guy for, this buffalo check one for, is borders. Check this out. Hold on one second. Oh, let's go this way. If I put something behind here, I can use this to make a buffalo check border down my page. Mm-hmm. Because you can slightly overlap it. See this? Again, when you can get over the top, Because when you can see what you're doing, like I'm from the back side. So I'm trying to guess where I'm stamping. I really literally am guessing. So look, if you needed a buffalo check edge, you could totally do that with this stamp set and that'd be really cool.
You did pretty good.
Right? So that was kind of the thought process there. Now let me show you what we had in mind for the handle and why you ended up getting it like you did. Originally, we didn't have it this way. Originally, the handle was one piece, and I'll show you what it looked like when it was one piece. So here's our little wagon again. Originally, this is what it was going to look like. So you have the bottom section, and this little guy went, let me think where it went. It went here. That's right. It went here. Okay. And then this little guy went like this. I'm totally not doing this right. I'm just doing it quick. Originally, that's what you were going to get. It was going to be solid in one shape for you. But then I got to thinking, I might want my wagon to go in a different direction. I might want my wagon to go straight out, up, down, who knows. So we decided, I'm going to stamp several wagons. We decided to give you this one, to do the handle that way in two pieces. Hold on, getting paper. We decided to do the handle in two pieces so you could put it wherever you wanted it. Because here's my thing. We try very hard to make all of our stamp sets kind of work with each other. And I thought if you wanted to put this behind, like pull it behind something. I mean, I don't know. You never know what you might want to do with it, right? So here's the deal. If you take your wagon, yikes, do it like this. I'm going to stamp several of them out so we can have them. I love this wagon. Did y'all have a wagon when you were a kid? Anybody have a radio flyer? My brother had one. All right, this way, let's say you want to attach it to something that's close. You can just use this one little handle. That's going off the page. But you could just use that little one handle and attach it directly to something super close.
You know, I just thought of this, but you could connect those together like a train.
I'm seeing that here now too, and that would be super cute, wouldn't it?
Or
and you could do that with
if you really
this.
wanted to get froggy, you could take your pickup truck from, I just went blank. That's not a good thing.
The pickup truck, the one we just
Memory
did?
Lane.
Yeah.
And you could hook it to the back of the pickup truck.
Now here, you can put the handle here.
That's a good
So see
idea.
if you wanted to have it like, if you wanted a little kid or you wanted a person to pull it, or if you wanted it to be in like a scarecrow hand or whatever, you could put it there. If you wanted your handle to go backwards and maybe you wanted it to come from the bottom, check this out. This looks really cool too. Let me start with this one. So if we take this and we put it at the wheel like that, and then we take this arm, which I already inked, but let's do it again, and you come up this way, you can even overlap it slightly. See, so you can have that little handle.
Then it's a steering wheel.
Yeah, so like, yeah. So we try, that is it. You remember how you did it like that?
For down the hill racing.
So that when you're going downhill and you lose it, that's what happens. So we did this so you could put your handle wherever you wanted it. Because I was originally, honestly, it was stuck. And I'm like, but I don't want it to be stuck. I want to be able to put the handle where I want to put it. So we changed that up. Then, in the Wheelie Full Wagon, you get, I'm going to do it right here. You get some woids. You get some woids. You know what woids are?
Yes, I'm familiar with those.
You're familiar with woids? I'm surprised. Okay, so let's don't do black all the time. Let's mix it up. Let's do colors. Let's do some red. Imagine that I would pick red. Imagine that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
one
that's a shocker.
says, welcome fall. So you can take your little wording and you can put it inside of your little wagons. Isn't that cute?
Make your own little red wagon.
Your little red wagon. I got to put some squeaky clean on my, let's use some pumpkin spice. Why? Because 'tis the season. 'Tis the season to use your pumpkin spice one. Okay. Clean that off. And then let's do another one. Let's do this one. I can't read them right now because I've got my bifocals on. Just trust me that there's words. We'll find out what they are together. Here we go. Pick of the patch. This is cute too. This should be done in orange probably. So pick of the patch can go right there. Are y'all coming up with different ways of using this already, like while we're chatting? The train is a cute idea.
Now,
That's a
G
great
said-
idea for a scrapbook page.
G had a good idea. G said if you selective stamp and don't ink the wheels, you can make like a window box.
You can. You can. Or, hold on. Not today. Hold on. There's so much we're working on that coordinates. Okay, Also, let me get another one. I just got to be able to read. This one says Happy Harvest. Me and my bifocals. Y'all feeling me today? Okay. Happy Harvest can go in like a so. Clean that one off. And then the last one I have says, let me see what it says. Holiday greetings. I like that because then you can use it for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter. It's a holiday. Holiday greetings, right? So then this guy can go right in here. I love this little. I love when we can do stuff like this. I love it. So there is that. Then let's talk about the stars of the show. Okay, you all know what the stars of the show is, right? It's all these little pieces that can go inside the back. So let's start with apples. And consider this. Mix this with other stamp sets. That's what we tried to do. So you know we have a stamp set called Apple of My Eye. Matter of fact, let me pull it out. And show you what it looks like.
That's out there. Ms. Jones said, well, if you look at the wagon with no handle, it looks like a flathead with eyes.
Oh, like, remember that one time we did monsters? That was cute. So, like, this is Apple of My Eye. So, if you took this little guy, and some of you probably have Apple of My Eye in your stash. Let's put this one, let's put this one, Welcome Fall. Again, we gave you that chunky line on the top of the wagon to help you get a good, solid image. You see what I'm saying? So even though this has a solid line at the bottom, we chunked up the top of that wagon so it can be foolproof for you. Okay? So that wagon looks like it's filled with apples. And imagine using any of these sentiments with that. Apples you pick, the little sign. I could probably make a bazillion card ideas with this little stamp set. All right, now then. Also, tell them when it'll be back in stock, because if you're just watching this on the replay and you heard me say it's sold out, tell them when you expect it back.
It should be back in this time next week, I would think.
This time next week. So what you need to do if you want to get this one is you need to go to our website and you need to put in your email address on the product page, so when it hits the store, you get an email. Because I'm not always where I can do a live immediately when stuff like this comes in, and you want to know about it as soon as it gets in the store. So that's the way you do it. And that's also how people grab them so fast, is they get their little emails in. All right, this one says holiday greetings. Let's do the packages. Again, I gave you a chunky line to make it pretty foolproof. So look how that looks like. It's the cutest thing.
We got a super chat from Amy.
You did not warn anybody. Thank you.
That's why I read back just a little bit. Hey, she wanted to shout out to you earlier.
Instead of that,
yeah.
Instead of the, what is that called? The wave? Is that what we're doing? Applause?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I just didn't.
This is my favorite. Look at this. We're going to do a pumpkin. And we're going to do it on the one that says pick of the patch. Because let me just tell you something. When I took my kids to the pumpkin patch, they did not want a little dinky pumpkin. They always wanted.
Speaking of that, I was on my way to drop Joe off at school this morning, and there was a guy unloading a truckload of pumpkins, and they had a one on the back of the truck. I thought, oh, that won't even fit in my truck. It was the biggest pumpkin I've ever seen.
Were you going to buy it for me?
No, it wouldn't fit in my truck.
You know I love big pumpkins. So,
and you cannot lie.
I cannot lie. But y'all tell me, when you took your kids to the pumpkin patch, I'm going to see if y'all had this issue. You get all the way back to the patch, and they won't get something they can handle. They want something as big as their body, and you have to carry them back to the front. That's what this reminds me of, right? And then Happy Harvest, let's do these leaves. I love the leaves. Oh my goodness, they're so cool. So I'm going to stamp those. Again, thin line here, chunky line there. So as long as you hide that thin line in the chunky line, you look like you are a pro stamper every time. That's done on purpose. Like, you may not realize that, but if we give you two thin lines to kiss up to each other, you never get that exactly right. This way, you cannot mess it up. So there's the leaves. We still have one more. We still have the hay bale, which I love, by the way. The hay bale is adorable. Also, I want to show you some other stamp sets. This guy right here. One moment.
We got a super chat from Judy.
Thank you, Judy. Does she want a shout out?
She didn't ask for one, so I just,
You
held
assume
off.
she didn't? Hang on, I'm going to show you another stamp set. There it is. All right, I do not have like a one with a backer, but bushel and a peck is perfect for the leaves. So you could use all of this, plus these little hay bales, plus this little hay bale. Okay, check this out. Let's do the hay bale. I need another wagon. I need another wagon. Let's do one here. And then let's do the hay bale. I think I'm getting a sore throat, Ben. I feel it.
No time for that.
No, I don't. Thin line to chunky line. Look at that little hay bale in there.
Oh, how cute.
It is so cute.
It's adorable.
So imagine using bushel and a peck with these hay bales out beside it, these pumpkins on top. I want to just make a bazillion scenes with this. And I got ideas for it. I just had to show y'all how this works. What else did we have I wanted to show you with this one? One more thing. Let me show you this. I keep getting out of the microphone, and that's probably frustrating. If you have memory lane, okay, you already have, this is the memory lane stamp set. See that pile of pumpkins? And see that pile of presents? That works in here as well. Let me stamp another one and show you. We try so hard to mix all these guys up.
We got another super chat from Jean.
Thank you, Jean. You're so sweet. Okay, check this out. I'm just going to hold this here. So here's these pumpkins. You could actually do 2 sets of these. See that? You could pile that thing full of pumpkins. And with the gifts, you could do the same thing. 2 sets of the gifts on here. Wouldn't that be cute? So you can mix other stamp sets up. Also, oh, that almost worked. But Happy Holidays does fit in there. But Autumn Greetings is so close. But Happy Holidays fits in there. There's no telling what all you have in your stash that will work. And also, if you got the tailgating set, these are made so that they also fit in the tailgating set, which is really cool. Shannon has reorganized my stamps, and I'm digging them out to show y'all, and she's going to be so mad if I don't put these back right, so we're going to be real careful.
Such trouble.
She already told me that she was going to put them in her office and make me check them out like it's the library. She did. She said, I'm going to put these in my office. Look, thanks fits in there. That's from Apple of My Eye. She's already told me she's going to put them in her office and make me check out my stamp sets, but I'm not allowed to have them in here because I do not put them back. I'm the worst. What else? Did we miss anything on here? No, we stamped it all.
Somebody used the kids' heads from the You Make Me Happy set.
Hang on.
And it was really cute.
Hang on, let me see.
That's what Amanda said, something like that. I don't know if she said it quite that way, but.
Is it you? Let's see. That's over there.
It was so cute.
What? Is that how she said it?
Yeah, something like that.
You Make Me Happy. Okay, let's look at the kids. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So this is the You Make Me Happy set. You probably have this in your stash already. We sold that one last year. And if you take this one down here, I got to stamp that. That's cute. I got to do that one. I love this idea. This is really cute. This is cute for, if you do Halloween, this is cute for Halloween cards. Like a bunch of kids in a wagon, like Halloween, like they're trick-or-treating.
Like a hayride.
Yeah. Oh, like a hayride. Oh my goodness. They fit in here really well. That's a happy accident. This does make me happy. That's adorable.
If you want to really see something cute, stamp them on top of the hay bale.
I don't think I can get them all on there. I could get a couple, but they don't have bodies.
They don't have bodies in the wagon either.
Yeah, but in the wagon, it's hidden. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to mask it off.
You would just have to imagine.
Oh, wait. I could do it with these little guys, though.
You'd have to imagine that they had
Let's
bodies
put the puppy
behind
and
the hay.
Cat. What if we put the puppy and the cat in the hay?
That's bad.
You think they'll fight?
Yep, they'd be fighting.
Puppy?
Be wrestling.
Oh, that's cute. The little puppy on the hay bale is so cute. And then the cat. You can do so much with this little set. You need to get it. It's a good one. They're so cute. The little puppy and the cat sticking out over the hay bale is cute. I love it. I love it. What other stamps have y'all used with yours? Tell me and I'll show you. Give me some tips and tricks there. I love that idea. The little kids are probably my favorite. My favorite. I'm going to clean these up just a wee bit. Keep using my scrubber here. Every time I use the scrubber, I get asked, what am I doing? So I'm going to go ahead and say it. So for those of you who watch the replay, this is the Brutus Monroe Squeaky Clean Jumbo Scrubber, which is my favorite. And today I'm using the pumpkin spice. It's actually sweet pumpkin spice. So I want to make sure I tell you that. So it's a little sweet smelling. So I've been using that Squeaky Clean in here. I just spray it on one side and then clean it off on the other. And then I can put these right back on their little sheet. And that's how I like to, if I'm going to clean my stamps like I'm supposed to, that's how I like to do it. Half the time I get a little lazy. Half the time, but I'm trying to be good for Shannon.
G said you could use the teddy bear from his set.
Let's look. Hold on a moment.
You're gonna be in so much trouble.
Nuh-uh. Look,
pulling out multiple sets.
Look, I'm doing.
And she's gonna be mad.
No, I'm putting them right. Look, I'm putting it back in the packaging, and I'm putting it in a pile. Then I said they're alphabetical. That's easy, right?
Good luck to you.
All right, G's Teddy Bear Lane. G's Teddy Bear Lane. Let me find it. Would that be the first? Yes, here it is. G's Teddy Bear Lane. Let's look at it. Gosh, having these things in alphabetical order and nice and neat. This makes life.
You better put them back.
This makes life nice. This makes life nice. Okay. Teddy bear. Need another wagon. I love this. Have any of you guys ever organized your house and like you had so many baskets and you get them all put out and you're like, I just need one more basket. Here I can just stamp one. I just need one more wagon. At home, you have to go to Walmart, get a basket, go back. You put that basket out. You need one more. It's always something.
It's always something.
Let's do this. I'm going to take a little purple tape. Just a little purple tape. And even though I'm using the purple tape, I still kind of get some of the sticky off. I'm put it on my jeans too because I don't want it to peel my paper up. So here's what I'll do here. And this will work with anything, okay? Just mask off your little wagon like so. And I'm going to ink up my little bear. This is G's bear. This is G's teddy bear. I'm going to ink up G's teddy bear. And I'm going to put him in here. He's going to be a little tall. I didn't plan my space very well. So, I didn't get him in there good. Hold on. I did that too fast. That's okay. We all have cheats, right? We know how to cheat things. I need my thicker one. Here she blows. We'll just cheat it real quick. I should not have lifted up. Whenever you're doing this with tape, make sure where the tape meets the stamp, you do a good press. Because that is going to give you, there's going to be a little lift right there. I'm just going to hit that with some marker. Okay. Peel this away. And look at that wagon with a bear in it. That's so cute. By the way, this bear, you can put a top hat on it. I don't have room. But I have a little top hat that fits on him right there. He's so cute. He also has, y'all, have you ever seen this stamp set? You might not have seen this one for a while. This is a great holiday set. Do you see this little sign? I love to tell y'all stories about my stamp sets. Can I share one real quick?
Yeah.
This is one of the first intricate images I ever designed. This one was hard for me, okay? Because it's back in the day. And I made this, and I have a friend. Her name is Rebecca Shinus Rayberg. She's actually the artist who drew the truck for Memory Lane. And when I drew this, I thought, I need to send this to someone to give me an idea of what they think of it. So I sent it to Rebecca, and she was like, I want to tell you that everything on it is perfect except. And I thought, what? So my peppermint lines, I had them straight. I had them as straight lines going across like that. And I think G also agreed with her about this because I sent G my stamp sets to always, especially, I'll tell you about the teddy bear because that was really what G helped me with. But over here, she said, if you will just give those a slight bend, you'll like the look of this better. And that's an artist eye. You see what I'm saying? I was like, what? So I gave all those little lines a slight bend, and she was right. On the teddy bear, so funny. I literally remember sitting in the chair at home. I was in your chair working on this stamp set on my computer. Mm-hmm. Okay. You were at work because this was back in the day. Jesus has been around a while. And I made this teddy bear. I drew this teddy bear and I had him all done up and I sent him to G, and G was like, he needs to be fatter. And he was right. I knew he needed to be fatter. So I had to go make all my adjustments and make him fatter. And we literally adjusted this little teddy bear till we got him where we thought he was perfect. And for those of you who don't know why it's G's Teddy Bear Lane, we had a friend named Jane, and she called G Teddy Bear. That was her nickname for him because he's like a teddy bear. And everybody called him Teddy Bear back in the day. And so that's where this came from. And also the top hat and the monocle are because G is a London gentleman. And so every London gentleman needs a monocle and a top hat.
Oh, by all
right?
means. By all means.
Too cute. Also, this is Chestnut's 50p, 50 pounds, right? And then we have mistletoe for 5 cents. We sell mistletoe cheaper in here. I like to share little stories about stamp sets with you guys. That was a fun one.
Yep.
Oh, and this part here can be stamped up here, so it has a lantern as well. And that was from, I think Gareth came up with that he was like, it'd be cool if it could have a light too. And if you stamp at the top, you get that as well. Do y'all like those stories? I have a story for every set. I promise you. There's literally a story for every stamp set.
Well, everything has a name, and every set has a story.
Well, I can just remember what. This is a cool one to me. Can I tell them about this one? Do y'all want to hear stories about these? Are y'all tired of me already? We have 4 minutes before our time's up. This set, we were on vacation. Were we in the mountains or were we in Texas? I don't remember how old this set is. But I wanted a different set at the time. I wanted something very different. And I thought, no one's doing caramel apples. Back then, no one was doing a caramel apple. So I made this is where we started. This set started at this little caramel apple. And I thought, I really like this little apple. And then I thought, well, I need other apples. So then I did a whole apple. Then I thought, well, I need an apple with a bite. So I did one with a bite. I did one like this. This one was done on my computer in the car coming home from wherever we were coming home from. I cannot remember if I want to say Texas, but it feels like that this is too old for that.
Are you going to talk about that today?
Might have been the mountains. I don't know. No, not yet. We haven't agreed.
Oh.
No, not yet. And
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I like to tell those stories because they're all my children, you know. I have a lot of children. They're all my
Ms.
children.
Jones said one of them apples reminds her of Pac-Man.
Yeah, the one with the big bite out of it? Or the one with the eyes? I don't know. Anyway, now, here's what's funny. You know, I told y'all before I'd like to retire some of my stamp sets and do like 2.0 versions of them. I would like to redo an apple set, but have the caramel apple be bigger. I think it'd be cool to have it as like a focal point. This one, the story behind this one is just simply that my grandmother used to sing Bushel and a Peck to me, and I had to do that one.
Bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck.
So there you go. So I just bored you with 5 minutes of stories, but I love that people tell me all the time I should write a book. To me, it'd be fun to write. You know how they do that? Is it not Chicken Soup for the Soul, but the one about the hymn songs where they have the hymn song on one side and then they write the story about it over here? Yeah. To me, it'd be fun to do a book about the stamp sets. Like have the stamp set over here and then do a story about how it came about or what we were doing or what we learned from it or something like that. That would be fun for me. Because y'all may not believe it, but these stamp sets are like a major process. A major process. Like we do them months before you see them. Yep. And it's hard to do fall in the dead of early summer. Like as soon as summer hits, we're working on fall. We're doing Christmas in like March and April because we release it in July.
Right.
So there's such cool stories. Anyway, did I bore them? Is everybody asleep?
No, they love the stories.
I love the stories. I think they're fun. It'd be a cool ebook to do where you can just get it and read it.
Somebody said you could even write the story and put it on the back of the stamp set.
The only reason we don't, and you'll understand this when I show you, is because our backers are done. All the same. They're done the same to save everything. If we changed our backer every time, we'd be charged a fee every time, like a new setup fee. It's not terribly expensive, but it's too much. That's why some of our stamp sets have that and some don't, because our backers being the same, we only change it like recently. I don't know if y'all got Lisa's prompted memory set, but on the back of her prompted memory set, we did an alphabetical order of what was on there, and so that it costs a little more to do that, but sometimes it needs it.
I'm gonna try to read this like they typed it. No. Maymay, you do not have time to write a book.
I don't, but I'd love to.
That was from Naoka.
A crafter's tell-all. There is no tell-all for crafting. There's just not. So that is Wheelie Full. I want to say Wheelie Cool Cooler. Wheelie Full Wagon 101. That's how to use it. And you guys have been asking me, and so I thought I cannot wait. They're probably not going to be in stock. I mean, we'll probably sell out every time we get them for the next 3 times. You think?
Well, I mean,
and he orders more every time.
Yeah.
Like eventually we'll get to a cushion and we'll know. Like eventually you get there. But very rarely, this is one, the truck's one. There's some sets where every time you put it in stock, it sells out. Memory Lane has been that for years, hasn't it? Memory Lane has been a stamp set we have sold out constantly every time we put it in stock. So there's some y'all just love.
Diane, that set is called G's Teddy Bear Lane.
Let me bring it back over here. It's so good. I would need to do some kind of way to show y'all all my old stamp sets. Y'all wouldn't believe what we have available. And it's probably hard for you to see them all on the website. I mean, even though they're all there, we have some really, really good, well thought out stamp sets. This one, the glasses are because I wear glasses and Gareth wears glasses. So we did glasses for the teddy bear for that. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Someone wants to see Santa's key.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a back in the day one too. Let's see.
Didn't G help design that one too?
That was one he requested. Santa's key. So this is really old, y'all. This is like really old packaging and everything. This is like early Maymay packaging. Look at that. This one's cool. This is so if you don't have a chimney, you can make those little tags and stuff for your kids. This one says, "Not all homes have a chimney, you see. That's why Santa has his own special key." I love this one. The key, that was so fun to do. It was hard though because I wanted something that looked very ornate, but that was easy to fussy cut. So if you notice, this is the kind of stuff you probably don't pay attention to. If you notice, there is no little, most skeleton keys have that little divot at the bottom. Like there's just a little divot on the bottom and top of the piece that goes in. But if you notice, mine doesn't. And the reason it doesn't is because I put more embellishment in the middle where you didn't have to cut it than out here where you had to fussy cut. Because I didn't want you to have to cut little tiny intricate areas, even though those little pieces there, you really don't have to cut those. You can just cut straight and you don't have to cut them. But I tried to do more intricate inside the key versus outside.
You done stirred them up today. All right. Tell them what the name of the key, the set is with the key on it.
This is called Santa's Key.
Then tell them what the name of the one is with the kids on it.
That one's called You Make Me Happy, but I don't think we have that one in stock. That was a fundraiser set for St. Jude we did last year. I don't think we have that one in stock. We may bring that one back, and we may bring back another one for St. Jude too at the same time. We haven't scheduled our St. Jude fundraiser yet. We need to, but we hadn't scheduled it. Am I stirring them
Vicky,
up?
those stamp sets are available at www.maymay-made-it.com.
Yep. Honestly, if you've been around for a while, you love all the stories about the stamp sets because most of them are personal stories. Most of them, have something to do with something. You know what I'm saying? Like I can pull one out and there's usually a story. Let's see what this one is. I'm just grabbing one. Cards for Crafters. This is so good because we just did this one not long ago and we did this one so that you guys could make cards for each other.
It is in stock.
Oh, good. This was so you guys could make cards for each other. I was like, look, I want something that when I send it to a friend of mine, they know this makes sense to them. So if I send you one that says, making this card was a joy to do because I made it especially for you, and stamps and glue, my good paper too, pretty paper and a dab of glue crafted together to say I'm thinking of you. Like all of that was stuff that we were like, our crafter friends would get that. I love, love, love all my stories behind them. And Mama helped me write this, and Mama helped me do this one too, because she wrote some. This little set, so funny. Kim Schultz said to me, I need a stamp set that says chin up, Buttercup, because that's something her daughter said all the time, or either she said to her daughter. And so this whole set came from her saying she wanted chin up, Buttercup. Oh, here's one for you. This is the original Maymay packaging, babe.
Wow. That's way back there.
I've never even noticed that. This is when Maymay was calling her stamp sets impressions, and they were by Maymay. This didn't last long. I think maybe 4 or 5 stamp sets. But that's what I used to call them. That's so funny. I just realized that.
Roberta's husband had a biopsy, and it came back negative. No cancer.
Yes.
So hallelujah.
That's amazing. Thank you, Lord, for that. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah. Good news.
I love when that happens. All right, guys. Which set is this? Which one was it? I don't know. I just showed 2 back to back. Yes, the stamp cleaning pad and the liquid is available in our store. Now, you have options. You don't have to get the pumpkin one.
And we were running low on stock on that, so
on this one.
But I do have a big order coming in. So
not pumpkin spice though.
I don't know about
this. Was limited edition. I don't think he released this again.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about. I know we were getting low on scrubbers.
Okay,
stuff
so
like
yes,
that,
we do carry these in the store, but I'm pretty sure that you can't get this one again because it was limited edition. I don't think it's coming back. So we ordered 1 case of that. I tell you what, let's do. Since it's 12:35, let's close this show out. Let's go to the Crafter After Show. Then we can talk about anything we want. And if y'all want to know more about stamp sets, we will. I don't have a whole lot to show you today. I have some things to show you, but I do have in my hot little hand this. I have
the
this.
winner.
And you'll find out in the Crafter After Show today. All right, guys. So let's head over there. If you don't know what the Crafter After Show is, I'm going to wait just a second.
Amanda's already posted the link once, but she probably needs to.
I'm going to let Amanda post the
again.
link to the Crafter After Show one more time. Yeah, that would be fun to do. Gail says periodically we should do a throwback show with your old stamps. I think y'all would enjoy the stories. I always say that. I never really know the platform to do that. So, all right, guys. So let me close this one out, and we will head to the Crafter After Show. Amanda just put the link there. We'll see you there in just a second. Bye,
Bye now.
guys.